Om Namah Shivaya, Asinist Fire here on the way of Dharma. Our topic for today, we are going to talk about the significance of colors. I'm actually going to do a series on a few colors, and I just think that today I just need to speak about the significance of the color yellow. Before we continue, I'd like to welcome those of you who are new on the way of Dharma. I'd like to welcome those of you who are also returning viewers here on the way of Dharma. I'd like to express my gratitude to all of you. Om Shanti. Let us start with the prayers to our Guru, and then we can continue with our topic for today. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Om Shanti. So our topic for today, as I've just mentioned, it's the color yellow. So without even wasting more of your time, let's get on to it, and then I'll explain about the few benefits of the color yellow. First of all, from my occult magical background, I know that this color yellow is the color of the element of air. Now, if you are knowledgeable about this, you know that the color yellow corresponds to the air element, and the air element in Western esotericism is said to be the color of the mental sphere, basically, the mind, basically. So the color influenced by the air element is the color of mental power, basically. So it rules communication, it rules mental power, basically. So also what I've learned is that it's an intellectual color. It represents pride. It is the color of mental protection. It helps endow your mind with illumination. It quickens your receptive faculties, brightening your reasoning and your judgment. Now, what makes this color very, very special in Hinduism is the fact that this color is the favorite color of Shri Mata Bagalamukhi. Now, Mata Bagalamukhi is the Devi of Tantra, the goddess of Tantra. She represents mental power. She represents stillness. Now, by doing yoga, by doing breath work, by doing any form of magic, basically, or occult practice, you are trying to influence stillness in your mind, in your composition, basically, in your primordial composition. You are trying to induce stillness. So now the color of Devima is yellow. Yellow has a very, very powerful neutralizing effect of neutralizing colors, basically. It overshadows the color of other vibrations, basically. What do I mean by this? You put red into yellow, still it becomes a darker hue or a darker shade of yellow, which is orange, which would be similar to what? Which would be similar to turmeric or haridra, famously known as haridra, which is what I'm drinking right now. So it has that neutralizing effect. So in this occult sphere of practice, what would you do? There's people who want to influence you into thinking a certain way. Or even apart from that, let's not focus on the bad people. You know, as we are here on this planet or a plane of existence, there's many frequency vibrations, basically. There's tons of people who have different types of vibrations, basically. When you go into a mall, you get certain influences. Somebody might want to recruit you into something, might want to sell you something. You find that the person has more manipulative power and thought power and is able to dominate you. You become a victim, you become vulnerable to such people. They dominate you, and then you end up doing things that you don't want. You are suffering from peer pressure, because even adults do suffer from peer pressure. So you find that you can't say no to your friends, you can't say no to certain people in your life. Yellow is the color that provides you with that protection of mental power, to protect you from such domination from people or the external world, basically. Yellow will help you with that. If there's someone who is stealing your shine, who slightly appears to be more in every aspect of life than you, the color yellow would be used to what? To overshadow that person, as it is bright. In terms of judgment, the color yellow will sharpen your mind, your mental faculties, your intellect, and your reasoning. You'll be able to read people more. You'll be able to see basically people's movements in your life. You can tell whether the person is there to ruin you or to make you, basically. So that's what the color yellow contributes to also. It's a very, very powerful color represented by Devi Ma. To gain the grace of Devi Ma, you would need the color yellow. You need to adorn your ashram with the color yellow. You need to adorn yourself with the color yellow. You need to adore food articles in yellow, which are in yellow. You need to give offerings and nivedyam, which is yellow. If you are somebody who just came across this video, if you want to sharpen your mental faculties, you want to work on the air element, use yellow candles. If you want to pray to dominate someone mentally, to have more power in competition, in exams, yellow is the color that you need to use as your candle. It is also the color of Brihaspati. Brihaspati, as I've said, is Jupiter, who is said to be the guru of the gods, the one who initiated the gods. So in this case, it would represent intellect, optimism, expansion, knowledge of dharma. What else? It would encourage spiritual or religious pursuits of knowledge. Now, before I close this video, I want to tell you guys that this is a channel where we speak about esoteric practices. Now, there's spirituality, there's culture, and there's tradition. What are those things? Culture is what you are born into, a way of life practiced by certain people of a certain race or a nationality. That's culture, basically. Tradition is what you are used to. If you are born into a certain culture, when you practice those laws, those rituals, they become your tradition. They become what you are used to. So it becomes a tradition. And there's also spirituality. Spirituality is more of an esoteric practice, basically. When you go into esotericism, you're going into higher practices of spirituality and the occult, which some of you might have discovered about this channel, The Way of Dharma 108, we speak about esoteric subjects. I practice Hinduism. When I say so, I only appeal to those of you who can't understand what it would mean to say Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana Dharma is eternal cosmic law, eternal righteousness, eternal deeds that would be required of you, basically. What are those things? The esoteric practices of making sure that you know your true self. That's your dharma. To be here on earth, you have a duty to know your true self. That is your dharma. So Sanatan means eternal and dharma means duty or cosmic law. So it is your duty to know who you are in this lifetime. So when I say I'm a Hindu, I appeal to those of you who think that I practice religion. Now religion is from the Latin word, which means to bind, basically. So if you are in religion, you are bonded, you are binded by a bondage to actually limit your thinking, limit your progress in spiritual practices. So esotericism is spirituality, and it is practiced all around the world. You go to Ghana, you find that the esoteric practices have results that are similar to those in India, has results similar to those in South Africa, in America. That's why it's so stupid to brand a spirituality by a certain nationality. And this is what I wanted to address. Some of you might have come across my previous video with Efe, where I was speaking about African spirituality. When I do these type of things, I'm trying to appeal to those who are in the mainstream who want to learn about these kind of things. But it would be stupid and folly to say that spirituality has a nationality or a race. For those of you who might be upset by the fact that I said that I am not a Hindu, I'm not a religious Hindu. I practice the esoteric practices of Sanatana Dharma. Now, there's a guy who's been busy trolling me. For me, that person is an example of people who try to mentally dominate you in this lifetime. This troll was actually one of the people who were in my group, my WhatsApp group. This person tried to befriend me, is an Indian, tried to befriend me, and saw that he couldn't have his way with me. So now he's upset. So he'd be posting things in my comment section telling me that I'm a gorilla and such stupid stuff. I know who you are. I don't care about you. I don't think you are even mentally sane. Some of the people from your country who are of your nationality and race even say that you are mad. You understand? So it's not me who's saying this. It's not a race thing. Not because I'm saying this because I'm a black person saying it to you. It's even confirmed by your brothers and sisters that you are mad. Stop commenting in my comment section, you stupid freak. Anyway, yes, this is what I wanted to speak about: mental domination. It is also funny because I do a lot of mental domination and I do a lot of influencing people with my mantras, basically. I've discovered that it's a little bit harder to influence people who are powerful, basically, especially those who are not in your reach. Do you know why? Because these people have a certain pride, and that pride acts as a safety net in their aura, which protects them from you getting to access them, basically. Because of this pride, it is also represented by the color yellow, which acts as a protection. Om Namah Shivaya, Arsonist Fire, here on the Way of Dharma 108. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for supporting the Way of Dharma. The course is now here, it is out. If you want to learn more about the course, comment in the comment section, and then I'll pin my email, which is arsonist.fya@gmail.com. It will also be linked in the description. For those of you who haven't subscribed, please make sure that you do subscribe. Please make sure that you do like this video, because I'm definitely sure that you will like it. And if you love Hinduism, Sanatana Dharma, spirituality, which is magic, ranging from any occult sphere here on the planet Earth, make sure that you do subscribe. If you want to learn and master your life, make sure that you subscribe to the Way of Dharma 108. Om Namah Shivaya.